Welcome to the first edition of the 2012 Charlton Sports Weekly. I'm sitting in for Glenn. He's had surgery. Got some eye trouble going on. He's getting that taken care of. I'm here with Stan Wilds, Anytime Fitness. Stan?
We're back again for season 2.
We're back again.
It's about that time for football season to get kicked back into full gear. So we got also Maiden softball, and pretty soon the rec ball, recreation football season will be in full swing. So
we got,
it's time for school sports and rec sports to get back into the flow.
Yeah, everybody's getting cranked up. I was up there watching the Braves practice today, and everybody's in full swing. In the recreation news, we have football signups began August 13th out at Deuce Lloyd. Everybody knows out there at the ballpark where that's at. You can sign your child up, $30 to sign up. They prefer your child be there. They're going to go ahead and fit them
for equipment.
Fit them for everything. $30 to sign up. Bring a birth certificate. And cheerleaders, Dolores sent me a text saying cheerleaders will report September 11th, 6:30 out at Deuce Lloyd. And first practice for football, rec department football, will be, you know how they group all of them together. It'll be August 27th at 6 o'clock. And then rec football will be getting
underway. And I imagine by the middle of September they'll probably start some games being played.
What the ballpark figure Dolores gave me on the ball games for rec football was early October. Maybe first or second week in October, but you know how rec department is.
Oh yeah, that's subject to change.
They can schedule. It's subject to change, no doubt. I guess what we'll do is we'll go ahead. That's all of the rec I have, unless you have something else. Not a whole lot going on with rec right now. And what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and go into Maiden softball and make that one segment.
All right.
When we webcasted the last Maidens game, we webcasted was against Irwin. Yeah, right, Irwin. Yeah. And had a lightning delay. Had me and Chris about to jump out of our platform out there. Lightning bolt struck right behind the Irwin dugout, and we bailed. But Maidens dropped that one. I believe it was 5-2. And then they've had a tournament this past weekend. They lost 3 that weekend against Irwin, Eccles, and Ware. But now yesterday they had a huge win. They went up to Wilcox, defeated Wilcox 9-0, and what I saw from Glenn sent me this, Callyn Carter and Ashten Crews combined for a no-hitter up there against Wilcox.
It's a good job for softball. No-hitters are rare.
Oh yeah, that's hard. That's hard to do. That's hard to do, especially in softball. The girls generally are throwing the same speed. Not a whole lot of junk. You usually get them time. So,
well, second time through, the batters can see the ball. Usually see the ball better. Start hitting on them. So, congratulations to those 2 girls.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Getting a no-hitter. Now we're webcasting. They have a ball game. Eccles coming to town tomorrow, and we are going to be out there setting up hopefully by 4:30. Got different start times we've been told on the game, so look for our link on the website, on the Facebook page, and we're looking to go live at 5. That's the latest thing I've heard. We've got a couple of different start times, so we're just going to go live at 5.
Live at 5 on CharltonSportsNet.com. Yep,
CharltonSportsNet.com. Click Game of the Week link, and it'll also be on our Facebook page. Chris sends it through to Twitter, and it goes to our Facebook page now. So a lot of things going on there. Let's see, we've got Braves getting ready to play football. They had the soap game a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
And they're getting ready to play the 29th, which I believe is next Wednesday.
That's right, next Wednesday.
They've got St. Mary's coming over. So that'll be an early test.
Yeah.
That'll be an early test for the Braves. They I thought they did real well against, I don't know, I think you were out there. I thought I saw you out there at the stadium. I thought they did real well against the ninth graders.
They did, they did pretty good. We should be all right. I don't know if we'll be as good as last year, but in the junior high, but get some guys some experience, let them get some playing time so they can move on up, contribute next year on the JV level, and keep them moving on through.
Oh yeah, it's like a feeder system around here. They start over there in that rec field, 5, 6, 7 years old, and all the way through. And So at that, I think we'll take a short break and come back and discuss the soap game. I know you were there for that, and we'll discuss the soap game and
this Pierce County
scrimmage.
Yeah.
Right, we'll be right back. Anytime Fitness Folkestone, located in the Harvey Shopping Center, has everything you need to stay in shape or get that look you've always wanted. Upright conventional tanning beds, a Zumba room, weight room, and state-of-the-art treadmills. They also have supplements and tanning supplies. Anytime Fitness Folkestone is also the proud sponsor of Charlton Sports Weekly with Glen Hughes and Stan Wilds. See Stan to get fit anytime.
The Folkestone Pharmacy, your original hometown pharmacy for over 45 years, is located at 3885 Main Street. At Folkestone Pharmacy, we accept most major insurance coverage, including AARP, WellCare, Medicaid, Amerigroup, and many more. We also have a $1 value aisle for everyday items such as health and beauty, cleaning, and even snacks. Stop by and check us out today. Now, let's go get 'em Indians. United First Federal Credit Union has been a part of Charlton County since 2001 and has been providing great service to our members since 1943. United First now offers mobile banking and email alerts. Mobile banking lets you check your balance from your cell phone, while email alerts notifies you when a significant event happens in your account. Both are easy to set up and are free to United First members. United First helps you afford life. All accounts are federally insured by NCUA. Radio Shack, located at 3885 Main Street inside the Folkestone Pharmacy, is your local Verizon Wireless authorized agent and Dish Network retailer. Radio Shack carries a variety of computers, tablets, smartphones, and other electronics. The Shack in Folkestone is proud of our student athletes and wishes them the best of luck this season. Now, let's go get 'em Indians.
All right, we're back. This is Charlton Sports Weekly here at Anytime Fitness. Adam Bell, Stan Wild. I'm sitting in for Glenn.
Glenn's out with a pirate eye. Yeah, he's down to one eye, so we need to get him one of them pirate patches maybe next week.
He's getting a bionic eye installed, I think. I don't know what's going on there.
Uh-oh. $6 million man will be on our show.
But we hope he's doing well and hoping he'll be back next Wednesday.
Hope he'll be back soon and recover fully.
Right. Well, Stan, this is probably your favorite subject next to wrestling. Indians football.
Yeah, this will be my last year probably following every single game. And this is last, my youngest son, Brent, this is his senior year, so next year on them long road games, I don't know if I'll be making it, but I'll still be following. I can at least watch it online.
You can watch it online,
yeah.
That's it.
I can conveniently watch it online.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
So, but I'm looking forward to this season. But truthfully, Adam, I hope it passes by real slow, and I hope they play.
Savor every moment.
I hope they play all the way to the dome and play every snap they can. So
they, I know. We'll just start off with Brent. He had a huge game the other night.
He done, yeah. He had a pretty good night. Of course, with the Pierce County passing the ball a lot, that takes the linebackers, the inside linebackers, out of the game unless they're blitzing. But overall, I think the defense as a whole, except for some of our pass coverage, had a pretty good night. We looked real good, I thought, stopping the run. That's obviously our defensive strength. And I'm sure Coach Russell will shore up the defense in the secondary. And once we face another passing team, I don't know what Ware runs, but usually I know Wilcox is going to throw the ball.
Oh yeah.
So hopefully by then, especially by then, being there a region game, we'll have shored that up and can shut down the pass.
Yeah, I know,
a lot better.
Coach Mack spoke about the secondary last night on the Coach Mack show, and that seemed to be a concern. That seemed to be a concern for
Well, you know, not taking nothing away from Pierce County, a lot of folks couldn't believe we lost to Pierce County, but let's give credit where credit's due. Pierce County's program in the last few years, I believe, has turned the corner a little bit.
Yeah.
If my recollection's correct, last year they lost 3 games.
They were in the playoffs.
And those 3 games were to Ware County, Appling County, which lost in the state semifinals, and to Beaufort in the playoffs. So that's not 3 bad teams to lose to. So
they're not the pushover.
No, they're not a pushover. No, they're not a cupcake anymore. So let's give them some credit. They brought a good ball club here, and besides, it's like I told Brent afterwards. You know, in a scrimmage, you might not run every play that you will in a game, but at least you know where your weaknesses and strengths are right now. So, and that's what they can work on. So, I was happy with you know, everything on defense except for the pass coverage. On offense, we need to work on a little something as far as running and protecting our quarterback.
Yeah, he was on the run a few times.
He was under a lot of pressure, and I don't know if it was the defensive scheme Pierce County had, or what, or the shuffling of offensive linemen in. Maybe they were just trying to get a good look, because I did notice a bunch of offensive linemen coming in and out, and maybe it was just you know, some assignments on the line were blown, and that's something that Russ Murray can correct through coaching. But but we need to get us an identity, either as a running or a passing team, which if we can protect Trey, I think we can get some receivers open. So I'm sure Coach Mack is you know, he's the master. And he knows how to pull the strings to get them right when game time comes up. So I imagine next Friday night against Brantley County, he'll have a good game plan in place, and I expect us fully to go up there and look like a different team than last Friday. So
Brantley, I understand they're changing their offense a little bit. They're not that wide open spread offense that we saw last year. They're going to run. From what I've heard, they're going to an option.
They are. They're an option team now. So linebackers should have a big night next week.
Be Brent's specialty.
I hope
the rest
so.
Of the linebacking crew.
Well, we got 5 linebackers, so the defensive linemen, if they can get some penetration, they may mop everything up before the linebackers or secondary can get to them. So
that would be nice.
We should have a big night next Friday night, and I hope we can gain some momentum and take it into the second game.
Well, hopefully so. We've got a few unofficial stats since we seem to be on the defensive side of the ball a little bit. Got obviously we discussed Brent. I unofficially had him at 4 tackles and a fumble recovery. Michael Dasher, number 65, I had him at 2 tackles and a fumble. Matter of fact, I believe his fumble recovery came right at the beginning.
Right. Yeah.
That first snap. And then I had Richard Dasher at 4 tackles as well.
Yeah.
And obviously there were others. You know,
there was plenty of others.
Oh yeah, I'm not an official statistician by any means.
A lot of those guys, you know, they. Our defense will get better. I'm confident in that. I'm confident Coach Russell will get a good game plan for every team we play. So I'm interested in seeing that, and I'm hoping we can shore up that offensive line to get some quarterback protection and open up some running lanes. I thought that Tyree Savage done one heck of a job.
He had a huge night.
You know, I didn't expect any drop-off, being Caleb is out for half the season with a broken foot, but Tyree ran the ball violently at times.
He did that.
So,
well, even though the 53-yard touchdown was a short pass play, it was for the most part
all him
breaking tackles, especially initially when he hit that line of scrimmage. I think I counted 4 broken tackles, just right there, right around that 8-man box.
We're gonna have to. Some of these kids that's on the JV until Caleb can get back, and by that time, I'm sure him and Caleb will probably split time at running back so they can save them for defense. But maybe some of these JV kids, number 31, I believe is Malik Brunson. I seen him running the ball some. The Lee kid that was in junior high last year, he ran the ball. He had a good night in JV. When he first got out there in varsity, though, he looked a little gun shy.
Whole different size difference there.
Yeah. But I'm sure though that he'll step his game up though. Receiver wise, Kurt Nixon looked like a receiver that would go after the ball, and we've got Devin Jones back, so hopefully with those two out there, we'll have us a pretty good receiving core.
Yeah, they.
Trey.
I had a. See, that was on that was special teams. I'm sorry. Here's receivers. I had Nixon I had him at 55 yards, and I think that was pretty close to what they were officially calling. And Dasher on special teams had a huge night. He had that long one.
He did.
Called back due to a penalty flag there and a little bit of.
We're gonna have that. So, but I that's in a real game, especially a region game. That's a backbreaker. But hopefully. Yeah. We won't have any call back like that after last week.
You don't need a 74-yarder
man
called back. Well, let me ask you while I've got you. This new point system, what do you think? Have you had a chance to review it?
I hadn't had a chance to really look at it. I think if we could slip in a win maybe against Bradwell and sneak in a win over Fitzgerald. And as long as we, if we can win two of the 3 games against Ware County, Bradwell, and Fitzgerald, if we can win 2 of those, we could drop 1 in the region, I believe, and still get in the playoffs.
Still win the whole thing.
If not as the region champ, as the 2 seed.
As the 2 seed.
So,
what's interesting about this point system?
Yes,
you
8
get points.
Yeah.
Whether you win or lose those games.
Exactly.
And then those people you play outside the classification, you get more points if they're doing well on their schedule.
So if we could sneak in a win, if we can beat Brantley and say they only win 3 or 4 games, but if we can beat Bradwell and Fitzgerald and possibly even Ware, and they all, go on and win 7-8 games, then we got a strong. It'd be hard not to be in the playoffs. The thing is, this year, from what I understand, is the 2 seed. Even if you finish second, or if there's 2 teams finished or tied for second, then the strength of schedule is going to come in.
Right.
And
I don't think anybody in the region has a schedule like ours.
I don't think so either.
I've looked, and I don't see anybody scheduling a Ware and a Bradwell and a Fitzgerald.
And Ware and Bradwell are both 5A schools.
Yeah.
Fitzgerald, I believe, is AA. Now, Brantley is a AAA school.
Yeah, Brantley's AAA. So we get, I believe it's 4-6 points right off the bat just for playing Brantley. I believe that's what Coach said last night, 6 points. And Chris, our producer over there, Chris Beasley producing. And so it's going to be interesting. It's almost like the BCS, except you don't get penalized for playing those big schools. You get rewarded.
Exactly. It's kind of the BCS in reverse.
BCS might ought to pay attention to the GHSA.
Yeah. But I'm hoping that whether we finish first or second, I hope we don't have to. None of that has to come into play.
Yeah. We win it outright, and we don't have to worry about the mathematics.
I'm hoping we can just breeze. I'm sure Wilcox is going to be a tough game, win or lose again this year.
They're going to bring them basketball players for wide receivers out there.
I got a friend that lives in Rochelle, and we text back and forth periodically throughout the week, and he said that they have a passing game still looks real good. They don't have much of a running game though, so we're gonna have to come up with something to stop the pass against them.
Yeah.
But they're beatable. I believe we can beat them still. And I think Clinch is going to be a little down this year. Irwin may be the dark horse in the region.
Really? Think so?
That Irwin, I don't think they lost much last year, according to some of their people when I'm looking on the vent. Now, that just may be them hoping for the best. So, but Irwin wasn't too bad last year. They scored mostly on our backups, but
they didn't quit.
So that speaks volumes for them.
All right. Well, I think that'll wrap it up. We've got next week we have the Braves game. So what we may do, you may look for Charlton Sports Weekly maybe at halftime if we can pull that off during the Braves game. Braves kick off next Wednesday at 5 o'clock, I believe. So. And we'll have that game live as well. And Stan, I appreciate it, man. Looking forward to
this year.
Another season. And we'll be back next week with Charlton Sports Weekly, and do your thing, Stan.
All right, I got a special going, back to school special. Come in and see me if you're not a member. I'll tell you how you can get 2 free months. Hope to see y'all all my members in here if y'all watching this, and we'll see y'all next week at halftime at the Braves game.
All right. Y'all have a good weekend. Appreciate you watching.